You guys, gifts. We got gifts. Are you ready for this jelly?
People keep sending
We
stuff.
need to wait for somebody to get here. There's nobody here. I'm assuming it's because Mark Zuckerberg is trying to shut us down because I called him an alien from Kleborg 9. And you know what?
You saw him on the hill yesterday.
I'll do it again.
I think it's verifiable.
I'm going to do it again today. Get ready. First, though, we have gifts.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is a letter from Rick. Rick. You and I, we're going to have coffee soon. All right, Rick. He wrote and said, "Howdy, Amy." That's my real name. My real name is Amy Jo. "I saw on Instagram that you are considering Texas A&M for your daughter's college." Yes, I am. She's 10. "I think that is an excellent choice. I graduated with a BS in biology in 1985. I always say that my decision to go to A&M was the best decision I ever made. I think it is an excellent school, and they have something for everyone there, unless you are the liberal arts type. And that too may have changed over the past 35 years. Anyhow, I saw this baseball cap and immediately thought of you. It had your name written all over it. Enjoy, and say howdy to all my relatives in Eddie." Just kidding, they're all dead by now. "P.S. Make sure that you establish Texas residency at least 1 year prior to your daughter starting college, so she will be eligible for in-state tuition." We've already done that because we have a tiny little ranch there. This is what he got me, and I can't deal. Can you deal? Can you deal with this, you guys? Look, can you deal? Which means that my daughter has to go to Texas A&M now. I'll wear this home, and I'll
you
be
got
like,
8 more years before you can wear that hat.
I know. She's 10. I'll be like, "Honey, you have no choice. You gotta
It's been decided.
You gotta be an Aggie now."
It's been decided.
Thank you so much, Rick. That is just the sweetest. I cannot. Like, so sweet. Thank you. And I will say hello, howdy to all your dead relatives in Eddie. I will do it. I really will. Thank you.
You guys, also kind of weird because we got this box from Latvia, and I was like, "What?" So I was nervous about opening it, but I opened it, and then I saw on the box, like you can see on the box, it even says, where does it say?
It's from
Latvia.
It
It says on this box, lollipops. So that made me even more nervous because I was like, Latvian lollipops is not something I expected to get in the mail today. But it's true. What we got are like a whole bunch of these. They're roosters. And it's from Carolyn Nowling Archer, who writes, "Hey chicks, thought you would enjoy these cocksuckers."
They're kind of like, I keep calling them cocksicles. I keep calling them cocksicles, but they're cocksuckers. They're little rooster suckers. That she calls, they're little roosters. Can you guys see the roosters? It's hard to see with the light.
And so I don't feel like I'm even cussing
Here we
you
go.
guys.
No, we're not. No, they're cocks. They're little
cocksuckers.
cocksuckers is what they are.
And they're really, really cute.
Yes, that's what they are.
Carolyn, thank you so much.
So
if you could
sweet.
let us know where exactly these come from.
Did they come
'cause
from
we're
Latvia?
a little nervous about actually eating them.
I mean, I'll still eat it. But
I'm just a little nervous because Latvian lollipops.
They're Latvian lollipops.
Like, are you in Latvia? Did you order these from Latvia?
Yeah.
How did this all work?
That's what we got.
I
love you guys.
And there's like a whole slew of them.
Yeah, we got a
like,
big
she
pile of
sent so many.
cocksuckers, you guys. Big pile of them. It's the great. We love you guys so much. I cannot deal.
Oh my god.
Like, this is the greatest.
And then from someone who is not identifying themselves, but who this package came from Respect the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
And the note just simply says, "Thank you, made for love, made with love for you, enjoy." And it's these masks that are kind of like Rob's.
Yeah.
Only it's about the mayor
Very fitting in our city.
instead of the governor.
Our mayor sucks all the monkey balls. He sucks.
And it even came with like the inserts, like the filter things.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what to do with these guys, but these also came with them. I don't exactly know what to do about that. But these came with them too.
I don't know if I'll use those because I think this will work just fine.
Yeah.
This is totally fine.
So
Yeah,
that's
this is
awesome.
Fantastic. So thank
and
you.
identify yourself. Whoever
Yeah,
sent
we don't
that,
know who
it was
sent
very
that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
But thank you. And then this is the coolest.
Oh my God.
Hold those, please.
Okay. These are legit.
These come from the Burlap Wine Sack. Okay. They come from Annette Halber, who writes, "Muck and Daisy, hello from Arizona. Just wanted to say you two are my spirit animals. Enjoy your next libation in these glasses. Cheers."
Okay. One of them says adorable, deplorable, and the other one says
Because liberals.
I don't know if you can
Aren't those
see.
great?
Aren't those cute?
So great.
Yeah. So we're going to be drinking up.
I love it. Love
and
it,
then
love it,
having
love it.
some of our lollipops. And I'll have my hat on. You know it.
Great, fantastic gifts as always.
So
You guys are too
sweet.
good
We
to
love you
us.
guys so much.
There is a good chance that Facebook is going to take us down.
Yeah.
So you just need to be aware of
We're
this.
like this close to having Facebook taking us down.
Yeah, it's happening.
So everybody needs to be aware, and so we probably need to like say this every day. I know, and we're going to become a broken record until they actually do take us down. But we're really close, you guys. Like they're starting to stalk us a little.
It's getting a little weird.
Yeah.
And they're accusing us of things that are really bat crap. But anyway, so we just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware of other avenues to find us if for some reason we all of a sudden disappear, which is entirely likely. So please follow our YouTube channel, The Mock and Daisy Show.
Yeah.
Because that is where we will end up doing these video lives if and when we're taken down
When they take us
from
down.
Facebook.
Yeah.
We'll go over there.
And then social media wise, like when it comes to posting and whatnot, we're on Parler.
Yeah,
and
we
we
are
have
there.
a pretty good following over there right now. But if you're not on Parler yet, get on Parler, because that is like the place where conservatives are going. They are flocking to Parler because it is all about free speech and whatnot. I mean, I don't think the interface is as good.
No,
but
and it doesn't have like a video component.
No, we
really.
can't do this
No.
yet. We can't do this yet. Maybe they'll
Yeah.
get there. But at least they're not shutting people down, and they're not squelching conservatives, and they're not being an alien from Gleeborg 9 that Mark Zuckerberg is.
God, did you guys see him?
Oh my
God, what in the world?
He really is. I mean, you look at him, and it's
just you have money. Like fix your face.
I don't think you can, because he is legit an alien. I mean, you guys
Yeah.
are with me with that. Like he is an alien, right?
But I mean, it's very simple to just grow his hair. Like just grow your hair a little. Have a part. Don't have like artificial intelligence Jude Law hairline.
Yeah.
There's no reason for
Yeah,
that.
it is. It totally is a Jude Law hairline. So
Use a self tanner.
people are asking, why would they take us down? Okay, well, here's the thing. It's really happening where they're targeting conservatives. And we have 1.3 million people on Facebook. And so they will find the people who have big followings. And it legit is happening, you guys. Like they'll pick and choose. It's little things. They'll ding us for just stupid crap. And then they suspend us for like a couple days. They'll say, you can't do this, you can't do that. And then they're dinging us for stupid things.
Yeah, and they're apparently no longer down to clown with hello.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
We're in the middle of a story.
Yes, I was listening, but I was
You can
captivated.
say hi. Yeah, we're gonna get kicked off of Facebook any
It's
day
gonna
now.
happen. So anyway, so now the latest thing that they believe is like super, I don't know, what is the word? Clandestine.
Oh yeah, they think we're being clandestine.
Is the fact that we, along with several other large pages, coordinate together to cross-post each other's stuff. That used to be fine.
Oh,
It
yeah.
used to be a way of like, making sure more people see content.
And I imagine that liberals do it freely.
Oh yeah.
Liberals are allowed to do it.
But
yeah.
now that's apparently looked upon, that's frowned upon because it's treated as some sort of like sinister way of fraudulently getting people. I don't even know to do what. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why this is considered a bad thing to cross-post on
Well, I
multiple
think
pages.
part of it is because we're sharing information, and Lord knows they don't want conservatives sharing information or
Yeah.
or disseminating more information out to more people. They don't want that, right?
I guess this
don't-
is like really terrible behavior on our
Yeah.
part to like share these other sites.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it. Like that's literally all we're doing.
It's considered
that Facebook thinks is so terribly wrong.
Clandestine, yeah.
And so, I mean, we're just, listen, it's not like we're shut down right now, but it's just these are the kinds of things when you start hearing these kinds of stories and getting these kinds of warnings, then you're like, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
We're 3 months away from an election.
Yeah, they're chipping
So-
away. Yeah, they're chipping away, and I think they're trying to silence us. And we saw this coming. We were like, I bet
Yeah.
you right before the election they're gonna start really hitting us hard with like warnings and stuff like that. And I bet they'll take us down.
Why can't you guys just follow the rules?
There's tons of audio, Rob, and
There's-
all kinds of voicemails.
And the thing is, the rules are different for conservatives than they are for liberals. because Facebook is just like Google, is just like YouTube, is just like all these other Yahoos. They're all freaking liberal, you guys. They're all liberal. Yeah.
Because liberal.
Because liberal. So, I mean, it used to be that, you know, a lot of people would say, oh, that's just a pile of crap. I mean, this stuff doesn't, they're not suppressing conservatives. This doesn't exist. It's not happening.
Okay.
It happens. I mean, it's people, a lot of people had their livelihoods taken away. We saw a lot of people completely go out of business.
Yeah.
That used to do kind of what we did, just on social media. Like, we have a radio show and stuff like that. So it's a little bit different for us. But there are people who just don't do this anymore. They have no voice anymore because Facebook was like, you don't get to have a voice. Bye. And so they just don't do it. They do other things now. So there are a lot of conservatives that just are done. They don't exist.
And for that, I mean, the rules are constantly changing, right? So the second it becomes clear that a conservative message is getting out to the masses, that is dangerous, right? And so then they got to figure out a new rule or a new policy or a new guideline or a new protocol that now makes us guilty of some crime that we had no idea we were committing.
They change. It's like they move the goalposts every day. They change the rules every day, and they do it just for conservatives. And you know why? Because they can. They can. We can't do anything about it because these are private companies. What are we going to do? I mean, it's not like these aren't utilities that we can just say, oh my God, we're going to sue you for this, or we can fight back. We can't do anything. So we have to, yes, sir, may I have another?
And that was like ostensibly the whole purpose of yesterday. I mean, part of the purpose of yesterday's hearing with all the big tech companies on the Hill yesterday. But I mean, raise your hand if you have any faith that anything is going to happen.
Nothing. Jack feel like nothing's going to happen.
So Jim Jordan got some good digs in.
Great.
Who cares?
That's nice.
You know?
Yeah, I know. It's exactly how I feel. Nothing will happen.
Yeah, about that, I have very little optimism.
Yeah. Jack.
So anyway,
squat.
remember, the Mock and Daisy Show on YouTube. That's where we'll go. If for some reason we don't get to be here anymore, that's where we'll go.
Yeah.
Do not confuse that with the Chicks on the Right YouTube page. That is ours, but we don't ever post anything on it. It's got like old stuff on it. I don't know how to change it because all these YouTube accounts are so screwy. So we created the Mock and Daisy Show specifically for these videos and for teaser clips of our podcast.
Mock and Daisy Show. Mock and Daisy Show. That's
and by
what
the
it
way,
is.
our podcast came out yesterday, so you should take a listen to that. What did we talk about?
We talked about words that have to go away because liberals have deemed them racist or sexist or whatever.
Yes, all of the words.
All the words.
Yes,
yeah,
that's
all
correct.
the bad words because again they change the goalposts they move them every day.
Yeah. You guys, Indiana, downtown, right here, Indianapolis downtown. There's going to be a street that is closed down for several weeks because they're freaking painting one of those big, giant Black Lives Matter yellow things on it. I'm so irritated by this.
Yeah. I mean, can we maybe paint like America First?
Can you fix the freaking broken windows that are still boarded up from the riots?
Or maybe solve the murder problem in our
Stop
city.
people having sex in wheelchairs on the circle.
Maybe
maybe focus your attention on that.
Worry about all the murders. I don't know.
Oh my God, the Indianapolis City Council,
worthless.
The worst people
completely worthless
in the world.
Yeah, but this is what they're doing. They're painting a freaking mural.
This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is what we're focusing our attention on.
We can't go on the circle to have lunch anymore. We can't do that. But they're gonna get some paint.
Oh my God.
Paint a mural. Just kidding. Hey, thanks. Thanks, government.
Thanks for the god-awful eyesore.
We really appreciate that. That's good use of time there.
Perhaps you've heard that Louis Gohmert tested positive for COVID. And now Democrats are losing their crap. They're making fun of him for two reasons. First of all, they're like, he never wears a mask. It's totally his fault. The second reason is he released a statement saying, actually, I've been wearing a mask more than ever over these past 2 weeks, and I think there's a chance that because I'm constantly adjusting it and touching my face because it's on there and it's bothering me, maybe I actually put all kinds of germs on my face that ultimately gave me COVID. So they're making fun of him for both of those things, even though I think that sounds actually really possible.
Yeah, and do they know how masks work? Because this is the thing.
No.
Because him wearing a mask doesn't protect him from getting the things, right?
Right.
That's not how.
So they don't get to be mad at him for catching it because he wasn't wearing a mask.
It was because other people around him aren't wearing the
or
mask.
they are, and he still got it.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
So explain that one.
You can't have all the lanes.
Nancy Pelosi, MD.
Democrats.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So infuriating. And then the other big news. So I wrote about this, chicksontheright.com. Yesterday, I saw that Dr. Fauci had done an interview with
God.
ABC News, you guys.
I hope you're sitting down.
I hope you're sitting down. Are you sitting? Because this is crazy. So it was a doctor that was doing the interviewing him. It was like one of those Q&A forum type things. And she said, we're hearing a lot about how COVID can be, can get transmitted to you through your eyeballs. Do you foresee a time in the future, soon, where the recommendation may be to wear goggles or eye protection? And he said, yes.
No. That's where
I'm out, you guys.
No.
I am not wearing goggles.
No. And like face shields.
No.
No. I think this is where people are going to be like, you can take your face shield and shove it right up your you-know-what.
I mean, can you imagine? You think people are like fed up about all
Pissed
this
off about
mask
masks?
stuff?
Could you imagine if they were like, everybody has to wear a face shield. 2 years and above. Everybody has to wear Could you imagine?
I cannot. Now, I have heard some people say that those are actually more comfortable than the mask because you can breathe and it's, they're just kind of like a squishy thing around your head like a headband.
Oh my God.
But, I mean, no. Like day to day, just out and about, wearing one of those giant shields.
Can we not?
Everybody's got to just stop this nonsense. This is out of control. But he's saying it. He's saying, it's not universally recommended yet, but if you really truly want to be protected, then yes, absolutely. You should have eye coverings. You should wear the goggles.
Yeah. I mean,
No.
Okay. Except for when you're throwing out the first pitch and watching a baseball game. And then on the cover of InStyle magazine.
Yeah, you're not going to wear.
In which case, you don't need any of that stuff. Or if you're a governor, you don't need to have any of the coverings. If you're an elected public official, I mean, you don't need any of these people.
Can you even?
I want to say all the words right now. I want to say all the words. A face shield. What is happening? What are we doing? A face shield. Can you imagine all of us walking around with face shields?
I cannot.
Just wear a helmet.
Well, I mean, where does this end, really? Because
that's what.
Until we all have hazmat suits.
Yeah, let's all just wear
exposed.
hazmat suits. Let's all just do that. Let's all walk around in hazmat suits.
We'll just look like astronauts.
That'd be. Oh yeah, let's do that.
What are we doing? That is irresponsible of him to even say out loud.
No, you can't say that about Sir Fauci. The great. You can't say irresponsible. No, because he is the almighty Fauci who hasn't laid his hands on patients in what?
30 years.
30 years. But he knows everything, you guys. We should all wear hazmat suits.
Oh my God.
I can't with these people. I just can't.
I see that I have a headline that says, WTF is this bullshit?
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is. I need to see what I said that about.
It's
What
about
was I
masks.
saying?
It's about masks. Yeah, she puts stuff in the template, and you can always tell when she does the template for the show because it has so many curse words in it. And I'm like, and then you don't know what the context is. You're like, geez, what is this?
Well, okay,
You gotta
because
get in there. Yeah.
Yeah, so there was an email that we got.
It's like,
That's how you get it back, some bullshit.
yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, yeah, because it was this email that we got from a chick named Leah who said a company in Eldon, Missouri called Adient Automotive. They make seats for Ford, and they require their workers to wear a mask. Not unusual, right? I'm down to clown so far.
I feel like we have to wear masks here.
We have to wear
when
one
we
here.
walk from our office to the studio, we have to wear a mask because there's like 3 other people here that we've been working with for 4 months, and now we're required to wear a mask in front of them because that makes all sorts of sense. Yeah.
So she says, someone complained because some people were wearing flag masks. HR has said that they got a complaint about the flag masks and that they're offensive and will no longer be allowed.
Oh my God, the American flag is offensive to people
What?
now.
No, that's not okay.
Yeah.
You can't be an American company and not be okay with the American flag.
Yeah, I mean, really.
So she wants everybody to call them.
This is what you need to do. It's what you need to do right there. If the American flag is offensive to you, go live in a country that ends in stan. Go live there for a while.
She wants as many people that can call or email Adient, ADIENT Automotive. Call and write and tell them that they need to allow flag masks because we live in America. They're a Ford company, for crying out loud.
Can you imagine, like, Henry Ford, what he would think about that?
I mean, what are we doing? This is about I can't with this like this America hating.
Yeah, and
hating.
HR being like, okay,
my gosh.
we're gonna. You guys can't wear the American flag on your face anymore.
We're having a potluck, so bring a casserole.
You guys bring a casserole, but no American flags. No, we can't have them.
Oh my God. Oh, and then I added this one thing about Kanye because we're talking about the fact that Kanye is expanding his campaign team and he's like hiring legit campaign people to help him get on all of these state ballots. But then, you guys, look at this. It's in yours too. He totally all the signatures that he turned in to get on the. I'm sorry.
She's doing this right
I'm
now.
so excited.
She's very hyper. She's had a lot of coffee this morning. I can tell. So much coffee.
Signatures that he turned in. What state was this? This was New Jersey.
Yeah.
So he turned in thousands of pages of signatures that look like this. Do you see how it's all the same?
It's all the same.
Every single one of them is the same. They're different names, but they're the same handwriting, and he thought that would fly. So New Jersey and their election law lawyer, who is a Democrat, by the way, filed an objection saying, seriously, like this is insulting.
It's like the same person.
I mean, it's not even just like a really bad attempt at forgery. It's just a blatant insult to anyone that has a brain and eyeballs.
Yeah.
Like you can't do that, Kanye. What are you doing?
It may have been Kanye himself.
It's just
all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, or Kanye in this case.
I mean, that's just pathetic.
Yeah, it's not good.
Absolutely
it's not good,
pathetic.
Kanye. You got to work on that.
Did you guys hear? Did you listen to that thing with the Green Lantern and the needle? Green Needle and what is it?
No.
It's a new audio challenge. It's like the new. Remember the Yanny?
The Yanny and the whatever.
Yeah, now there's a new. Well, it's not even new. This
like
one's
the blue dress and the whatever. But you were talking about the audio one. Yeah.
But this isn't. It's not even a new one.
The Laurel and
Yanny.
Yanny.
This isn't even new, but for some reason it's remaking the rounds across the internet. So I thought it'd be fun to play on our show today. You either hear brainstorm or green needle, depending on what word you're thinking of, and it's true. Like this one actually works both ways. When I listened to the Laurel and Yanny one, I totally heard Laurel every single time.
Me too.
But this one, if you are thinking about the word brainstorm, that's what you're going to hear. If you're thinking of the words green needle, that's what you'll hear.
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
But
Those
it's
are
cool.
two totally different things.
You should get it on your phone. We should play it.
That's so bizarre.
Do it. Because all you have to do is look it up on YouTube and just play it. It'll be the first thing that comes up. It's crazy. And so it just totally depends on what word you have in your brain, what you're going to hear. And you can make your brain switch it. Like you can hear it both ways. It's crazy. Just go to YouTube.
You're making me like look something up when I have no glasses on. It's mean. It's mean what you're doing to me right now. It is. It's mean. Green.
Green. Do you want me to type it?
Yeah, I can't.
Okay.
I can't see
because it's green.
I can't see. I can just see like two
lantern
fuzzy things right here. I can see fuzzy things.
What is it? What are the words? It's brainstorm or green needle.
Green needle.
I don't know where I got lantern.
Yeah. I mean, I just see fuzziness, and every once in a while I can make out a comment.
Okay, you guys. Turn it way up.
Okay, hold on. Here we go.
Oh, there's an ad.
There's an ad. In 4 seconds, it'll be done. Sorry, guys. Here we go.
Okay, think about a word.
Okay, you ready?
Green needle. But now think brainstorm.
Oh my God!
Now think green needle. Yeah.
Do you guys hear it?
Turn the, there you go.
Did you hear it?
It's just the same thing over and over again, but depending on what
you're
word
thinking.
you think is what you hear.
That is really weird.
I know. So crazy. So we're gonna play that on the show today and like freak people out.
Yeah, that's. I don't, and the sound is really
It's super
sinister.
creepy.
It's very
Yeah, it's very,
sinister
very-
and like
Probably
creepy.
like a demonic message.
I don't like it. Like, why is it so demonic?
I don't know. Anyway, so that
Okay.
happened.
Yeah, that is happening. This is what we do on our show.
What else? Oh, and then there's this whole
I need to know what's going on with Ghislaine too.
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine. Well, so there's this weird thing because now all the documents are supposed to be like 80 to 100 documents that have been sealed that are supposed to get unsealed, and so now she didn't want anything to be unsealed because she's worried about the embarrassment, but now a bunch of the victims are also worried because some of this stuff could include really sexually explicit pictures or videotapes of them.
Yeah.
And so now there's this whole other side to the releasing of these documents that people weren't necessarily thinking about before. And we're talking, this is supposed to all happen today. Like everything is supposed to be unsealed by today. So, like Ghislaine's lawyers want to keep everything under seal because she's embarrassed and she doesn't want to get people in trouble. But then there's also Lisa Bloom, who is Gloria Allred's daughter.
Yeah.
She's the one who represents 6 of the Epstein victims, and she says all of her clients are super worried and that she's hoping that they get at least notified first about what's coming out so that they can, that they know if footage of them is going to be used in the courtroom, because that would be kind of mortifying.
But there's this stuff about how Ghislaine had a song done for Epstein.
Yeah.
Did you see that stuff about the song, like a birthday song done for him, and it had to, and she had a birthday song made for him and this is the kind of stuff where you think that people would say something before. Somebody would speak out about this. Like she had a birthday song that was made for him where
it referred to 24-hour erections and schoolgirl crushes.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
It's gross. It's really gross. Like this, I know, so many people protected this guy, but you think that they would be like making fun of him for this or saying something, or some people would start talking about this kind of stuff. And everybody is just protected. Everybody protected this guy. Nobody said anything. And everybody knew what he was doing. And instead of calling him out or saying, you're just a disgusting skeeve, everybody was just like, oh yeah, it's Jeffrey Epstein. He does what he does, right?
He's just doing
Everybody knew. That's what disgusts me about this whole case. Everybody knew what he was doing. And so many people were in on it.
And then did you hear, who was it in the bar hearing the other day where they tried to blame him for Epstein hanging himself? Or hanging himself? They were like, they blamed Barr for everything.
Oh, they blamed Barr.
Yeah, they were like, and under your watch.
Oh my God, give me a break.
As if that's his personal fault.
Right.
I mean, he was like, literally everything was blamed.
Everything was Barr's fault.
Him.
Yeah, right.
That was so dumb.
I know, it all is really dumb. But I mean, this is the thing, is that there are so many people who are culpable with him because they watched it happen. They saw him doing these things with these girls. And it's gross. They're all just gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a possibility that Trump is going to ban TikTok, which is sending young people into a complete frenzy. Because
and not even just young people. There are people our age who are like, I'm with my daughter, we're doing dances.
I do see a lot of the videos, and they are fun to watch. I'm not going to lie.
I'm the cool mom doing the dances.
But I do worry in some respects that this would actually cause low info, no info people who may have voted for Trump just because they have no idea what they're doing, and they don't know any different. Like, they don't know to hate him, they don't know to love him. But if he takes away their TikTok, that might send them over the edge.
Well, they'll be like, this is like, he's taken away a freedom. He's taken away freedom from me, when they don't realize that China is stealing all their crap.
Yeah, and I feel like I don't want it to be like one more thing that's a strike against Trump.
It will be.
That's the thing. That's what I worry about.
It totally will
Even though he probably should do it. Yeah. I mean, it's China.
Speaking of 2020 and the election, there's been so much talk about Joe Biden having Kamala be his running mate. And I gotta say, I think that'd be a bad choice. I think Kamala would be.
I don't think she does anything good for him.
I think Kamala would be I think it'd be a terrible, terrible choice.
I heard a whole new name today. You know what? I heard a whole new name that's being thrown around. What was it? I need to find it because I know Susan Rice is another possibility.
I think she'd be a terrible choice. It was Jason from Hammer and Nigel. He came on our show yesterday because we always do a segment with him at the end of our show. And he was like, she's a tie to the Obama administration. I get his point on that, but still, I think she's very unlikable. She's just... There's nothing charismatic about her at all.
Yeah.
I think she's a terrible choice too.
And she lied about Benghazi. I mean, that's like her biggest claim to fame.
She's terrible. So she's a terrible choice. Kamala, she already lost. She already went through the process and everybody was like, we don't like you. We don't want you. So why would he pick her?
Maybe because she has a new face.
She's like a whole new lion.
She's a whole new person,
She's a
really.
whole new feline.
But here, Tucker apparently, I didn't watch last night, but apparently he was throwing around a name of Karen Bass.
Who's Karen Bass?
I don't know, but he said that she's one of the leading contenders to be the running mate. I've never even heard of her.
Anybody know who Karen Bass is?
We're going to look at the comments and see. Yeah, when has Joe ever made a good choice?
Bass,
That's right.
I know. Well, it's not even him making the choice. He can't make choices on his own right now. It's like he signed over the power of attorney to Bernie Sanders and AOC and all these other yahoos because he's going to be the most progressive president in history. Don't you know?
Yeah.
Right.
He's going to be super progressive.
Totally.
Anyway, I don't know who Karen Bass is. We'll figure that out later today when we get time.
Yeah.
By the way,
no idea.
Yesterday when I remember how I had a bone to pick with everybody because they were all like, read the comments, talk about doctors, blah, and they were all mad that we weren't reading the comments in real time.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, I see all the comments after the fact. Everyone was screaming at Rob because he had a string hanging from his armpit on his shirt, and people were like losing their minds that he wouldn't get the string and that we wouldn't tell him to get the string. We don't always see the comments until
we
after
can't
the
because
video
we're too
is
busy
done.
talking, and I'm blind. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm like half blind. I can't. I really can't. I mean, I have to focus really hard to see.
Yeah, like tomorrow when we do questions, we'll be like this.
I can't.
Then we'll
It's
see
really
your comments
hard for me to see
in real time.
And then also, we did talk about the doctors yesterday. Are you gonna be reading that letter from the doctor? I'm not the doctor, but the ultrasound technician today. Are you reading that on the air?
I don't think I was going to read it. We can mention it. I actually asked her if I can post it.
Oh, okay, all
because
right.
I'd like to share
You may make it a post, okay? Because there was an ultrasound technician in Texas that wrote us, and she's like, "Listen, I don't like the way that these doctors came out and the way that they handled it." Because doctors usually don't do that. They don't come out and say, we found a cure, blah. They don't do that. They do data, they do studies, and I agree that most of the time they come out with clinical studies. They do, a lot of research, and then they compile the data. And I get that because I have a, background in pharma, and I understand. I get what she's saying. But the reason that I think a lot of people are so upset, and we need to reiterate this, is because the powers that be have been squelching that data. They've been squelching the data or at least the findings and the hands-on findings that these doctors are seeing. It's if they're experiencing success or any even morsel of success with hydroxychloroquine, the fact that they just even talk about it, and then the YouTube, any social media is squelching it. It's a concern. It should be a concern for any American, for that matter. I think
because it's just another data point,
and
why not have that in the open? I mean, you may not like that Stella Emanuel style,
right?
You may not like the fact that she talks about demon sperm or whatever.
Right. It doesn't matter.
It's still she's practicing medicine.
It should be out there for everybody to at least have the, we should be able to consume it and then say, all right,
our own decisions.
I should make a decision with my doctor as to how I want to treat this if I get it. I mean, I should be able to do that.
And by the way, there's a Yale epidemiologist who wrote a piece for Newsweek where he also refutes a lot of the official study findings, talks about his own experiences, and has a lot of positive things to say also about hydroxychloroquine. I'm waiting for Newsweek to pull it because I can't believe it's allowed to exist in the world when everything else is getting squelched. But you can see that on our website under the Dr. Fauci goggle post. If you want to read that guy, if you want to link to it, it's in there.
Yeah.
Because that's also, all of these data points are important, right? This virus is too new for us to not be considering all the angles and all the options.
Yeah, data compilation is crucial, but you have to have all the data, not just this much data. You need to have all of it. And so that means that all the doctors doctors need to be able to speak out.
And Ohio
Yeah.
banned it. Ohio has, on their pharmacy guideline, whatever, on their, it's official. Ohio has banned the use of that trio of medications for treating COVID, which is insane. If a doctor wants to prescribe it for that reason, they should be allowed to do that if the patient wants to do it. Everybody's, all liberals are always like, my body, my choice. Well,
Yeah.
then let's go.
Yeah,
because
let's totally do that.
if somebody is really suffering and they believe that this could help them and their other choice is to be put on a ventilator, they should be given that option.
I don't want to be put on a vent. I mean, if I had the choice between the two, I don't want to be put on a vent. And frankly, if I had the choice between being treated by those doctors who stood out there and it was a unconventional way to put forth the data that they found and being treated by Dr. Fauci, who hasn't laid his hand on a patient in 30 years, I'm going to pick those doctors in Texas.
That's the thing.
I'm going to pick the doctors who have touched patients in the past 30 years. It's just and it's my choice. I should be able to have a choice.
Well, you don't have that choice in Ohio. So, like, if you're in Ohio
well, that's a
and
bunch
you
of
get
crap.
COVID, yeah, it is. If you get COVID, you literally cannot get this prescribed to you.
Yeah, that's a
it's
bunch of
not. It's
crap.
like illegal.
Well, I'd travel across state lines then.
Because that's whack, man.
Yeah, you should be able to have choices. I mean, this is America, and that's what it's all about, right? Is being able to talk to your doctor and discuss what you want to do with your treatment and having options like that. It shouldn't be so, no, you can't do this and you can't do that, and this is the only data that we have. No, well, there are a lot of doctors out there who we're learning about this every day. That's the whole point. Science is about, especially with a new virus like this, we should be looking at all the data and all the doctors.
And not
all the
silencing anybody.
Right.
Because this is crazy that we're doing that.
Exactly.
And for Twitter and all these other social media companies to be like, well, it's dangerous. This misinformation is dangerous. Really? Because she has an example of saving 300-something lives.
Yeah.
So
maybe listen to her?
Maybe just allow her to have that experience shared. Because why not?
Yeah. And if it was a fluke, okay, well, it was a good fluke. Because those people obviously benefited from her fluke.
And they're all like, well, it's causing, side effects or liver damage or whatever. They're alive.
They're alive. They weren't put on vents and they didn't die. So I feel like maybe listen to the patients too. Let's get information from them. To silence people is un-American. So
that's the part that really
that's
way more concerned about.
That is entirely what people are upset about. Yeah, and they should be, because it's just like how they're silencing conservatives all across the board. Stop doing that. This is what we're all crazy about right now. Stop doing it. It's not American. And everybody liberals should be concerned about this. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what else are we doing today?
Well, we're
Anything?
late. We gotta go.
Oh, we're late, you guys.
You guys, it's late.
Okay, thank you.
Tomorrow we'll read comments in real time, okay?
Thank you again for all of our wonderful gifts.
Thank you for these cocksuckers.
My hat, the cocksuckers, our masks, you guys. I'm going to be
these
wearing
glasses.
this. And the glasses. Thank you, thank you. We love you guys
such
so
great
much.
stuff.
Have a wonderful Thursday. Bring it in. Bring it in. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.